Hi, Vincent. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Japhlet. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. Fine, thank you. It's afternoon over here. What time
Yeah,
is it over?
it's evening over here right now in Singapore. Right, so let's welcome our audience today to this session. What is all about today's session, Japhlet?
Yeah. So, in recent times, we've been hearing so much news about artificial intelligence. If you all noticed in my description, I had I'm human. Nobody asked me why I added that, but I'm going to tell you the reason why I added that. In this age of artificial intelligence, we it's very difficult for us to actually distinguish between AI solutions and real humans. So I decided to add that to let everybody know that I'm not an AI bot, I'm a real human joining all the way from Nigeria.
Oh, yeah. I think that's a really good one. Yeah, for myself, I'm joining in from Singapore. So maybe what about all of you that watching this live show? Where are you tuning in from? You can let us know in the chat. Yeah, we would love to know about that. Yeah. So from Nigeria and from Singapore right here.
Yes, we'd love to see it. We'd love to learn where you're journeying from. Interestingly, don't also forget to tell us some of the cool things happening where you are and probably some of the things that you are learning. We'll go over and let's see where some persons are joining from. James Jury is joining from the UK. Thank you very much, James, for joining this live stream. Bring it on, bring it on. Let's see where you're joining this stream from and would love to let everybody know. So
Yeah.
I think while we wait for people to tell us where they are joining from, we could tell them a little bit about this session. How about that, Vincent?
Yeah, I think definitely this is actually a text recognition and object detection with Microsoft Power Platform AI Builder session. Right. So this is as part of the Microsoft Learn AI Skill Challenge Reactor live session. So I hope folks that you're joining in, you have participated the Microsoft Learn AI Skill Challenge. Did you join that? And how have you find that so far? I'm sure most of you completed the challenge and get the badge and certification right. For myself, I did that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the challenge has been really, really cool and amazing. From the Discord server, I've seen lots of people excited about the challenge and some of the things they are learning from it. By the way, some other persons just told us where they are joining from. We have Sami joining in from Dubai in United Arab Emirates. We have Peaky Blinders, reminds me of a movie, joining from India. Simon Carlo joining from Nigeria. I'm also joining from Nigeria. Interesting to find someone from Nigeria. Tyson joining from Belgium and Ken Lin joining from Sydney, I guess that's what it means. It's amazing to have people from literally everywhere in the world joining us in this live session.
Yes, it's totally very fun. So maybe I would love everyone to do us a favor. While we are starting the live show soon, it would be great that if you could share this to all of your peers or anyone that you think that will be beneficial from this session to learn more about AI builders. How can you get started with all this, right? And right now it's all about AI, right? So we'll be talking more about AI builder. So share this with maybe in your social medias and stuff so that they can interact with us live right now. This is not a at this point of time, it's not a pre-recorded session. I'm doing this live from Singapore. Yeah. So that if you have any questions, you can ask us in the chat. Yeah.
Great. That's amazing. So, I guess we should dive in proper and talk about our session and begin. So would you like to start off, Vincent?
Yeah, sure, definitely. So as you can see right now on my screen, so I think you can see my screen. Everyone can see my screen well. Okay. So right now this is on my introduction. Yeah. Okay. Let me just quickly see if everyone can see my screen. Okay. I think no. Let me present my screen. Yeah.
Yes, we can. We can see. I think we lost Japhlet, probably connection issues, but we can see your screen.
Yes, we can see your screen. I can also see it.
Can you see my introduction slide? I mean my intro. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I think we are on that right now. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen, and it should be my slide for the my show. Yeah. Okay, so
Yes,
I'm Vincent Kong. I'm a technical trainer at Microsoft. So from Singapore. So my focus area will be on the AI robotics, Internet of Things, and cloud computing. So as a technical trainer, I train on Power BI and also Azure AI Engineer. So which is the AI 102 certification as well, right? So that's where a lot of the curiosities and interest in this area about artificial intelligence, right? So I'm on LinkedIn. So feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn at aka.ms/winscott or just scan the QR code, right? And also before I pass it on to Japhlet, I just wanted to share with you one of my favorite quote that's on top. Get inspired, make great things happen. So hopefully throughout these sessions for today, you'll get inspired with the content that we are going to share with you and something great will be happening. Right. So over to you, Japhlet.
great. Thanks, Vincent. And it's great to see someone as experienced as you are on this live stream with me. I'm Japhlet, and I am a cloud advocate with the Next Generation Experiences team at Microsoft. And for us as a team, we're here to ensure that you all have access to the right tools and opportunities that you need to build solutions. I get to talk about Microsoft's Power Platform and some of the amazing tools, AI tools currently in Microsoft's Power Platform that you all can utilize to solve real world problems. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm based off Nigeria in Africa, and I get to help people all around the world to learn about these amazing tools and, most importantly, to talk about them. So, just before we dive right into this session, let's walk through Microsoft Reactor's code of conduct. Basically, some things we want you all to take note of during the entire period of this stream. We love having sessions like this. They're interesting, but while doing that, please, we want you all to be aware of others, be friendly and patient, be welcoming and respectful. You can always ask your questions utilizing the comment section. We would love to respond to your questions. Anything you don't understand, please go over and ask them there. Be aware of the differences of others and understand that viewpoints are different. And finally, don't forget to be kind and considerate to others. This session will be made available. So at any point in time after this session, you need to come back to check something or you probably need to learn more. You can definitely have access to it and utilize it for your learning. We hope you all will abide by these rules and code of conduct. So let's dive right in. Vincent, would you like to tell us, please, what you would be talking about in this session?
Sure. So right now, this is the agenda for today. It's actually a very packed 1 hour session. So with all the Q&A as well. Yeah. So as you can see right here, we'll intro to a power platforms, intro to AI builders, and also we have two main agenda today, which is the text recognition and object detection with the pre-built model and also the custom model. So we'll be showing you some of the live demo and also Q&A. All right. So this is what we'll be covering for today. Right. Are you excited to get started, folks, on the line? So let's show some of the reactions or maybe in the chat, right? So how are you ready for today's session? It's a lot of fun today.
I'm excited for me. I'm excited. I wish that I could get off my chair and dance, but I'm not good at dancing. Just a little tip for everybody. But yeah, I'm really excited about this session and some of the things we're going to show everybody on this stream. Let's dive right
Sure.
in.
Sure. Let me just get right into this with the introduction to Power Platform, right? So on this recognized text with AI Builder, right? So before we really dive into this recognized text with AI Builder, I just wanted to ask a questions to everyone. So what is Power Platforms? Anyone of you here like been using Power Platforms so far? I mean, you have getting started with Power Platforms and you know some of these products of the Microsoft Power Platform. So type onto the chat so at least I can have a look at it. So basically, Microsoft Power Platform is the low code or no code platform that spans across the Microsoft 365, Azure, Dynamic 365, and some of the standalone apps. Yeah. So and also on top of all this, there are these data connectors, AI builders, and data words. So for today's sessions, we are specifically focused on the AI builder component as part of this Power Platform, right? So so that's why the whole purpose of this slide is to get you understand where these AI builders come about, right? So it's in the entire ecosystem of the Microsoft Power Platform, right? So of course, Power Platform, they have something like Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent, and Power Pages, right? So we'll show some of that today, some of the integration of AI builders into that later on. Yeah. Okay. So just a very quick overview of AI Builder. Yeah. So AI Builder is a Microsoft Power Platform capabilities that provide the AI models. So AI models that are actually designed to optimize your business processes. Yeah. So AI builders will enable your business to use all the intelligence, right? So as you can see from the slides right here, there's this extract information from invoices, extract all the text from the photos, like the optical character recognitions, and more, right? All these are the AI models that are designed for you, right? So they are like pre-built and also a customized model that you can use. So you can use them in the Power Apps and Power Automate. Yeah. All right. So let's continue on a little bit more about the AI builder right here. So as you can see, right, can I just check, are you still able to see my screens on my presentation? I hope that is fine. Yeah, I think it's getting back online. Yeah.
Yes, we
So,
can.
okay. So as you can see right now here, this is some of the model types that's available in the AI builders. Yeah. So data type is just to describe the type of AI that the model use. So document, text, or even the images. Yeah. So the build type is whether it's a customizable model that you need to build, train, and publish your intended use. Yeah. So for my session today, I will use the text recognition. That is a pre-built, as you can see right here. Okay, text recognition pre-built right here. So which is the data type is documents. Yeah. So you can have a look at this, and I think later on Japhlet will be covering something called images, which is the model type is object detection, and this is a custom one. So that means you can uh, customize the model, right? All right. So this is a quick overview for the AI builder. So what is AI builder text recognition? So basically, as mentioned, it's a AI model it's a pre-built AI model that extract lines of text from documents and images. I'm sure you heard about optical character recognition, OCR, right? So it tries to identify the printed or even handwritten text in images or documents, yeah, with the help of the Azure Computer Vision OCR service technology. Yeah. As you can see from the image right here, so you can see that there are some of the text in different fonts as well. So they are able to extract those text, the line of text from the image, right? So you can see they say 7 lines of text recognized, and click or tap to choose images for the text recognition. Yeah, so it's kind of pretty cool, and it's a pre-built AI model. That means you do not need to train anything. You just need to upload the images, and you are able to extract those texts and stuff to use for your application. Right, pretty cool. So some of the business problems solved with the AI builders text recognition is that like assisted typing, and also person or product present chat, or also automated data entry. Like for example, you can just extract the text and then enter it into another system, something like that. So these are some of the business problems you can solve with the AI builder text recognition. So let me just have a quick demo on building a Power Apps application that uses AI builder text recognition. So I will go over to my screen right now. So I have a demo kind of like prepared right here. Okay, so you should see that I'm on the Power Apps website right now. Okay, so this is a interface that you will see once you are in the Power Apps portal. So get familiarized with it, and from here you can see that there's a tables, flows, solutions, and AI models. So we will go into these AI models. Yeah. So click onto this. Of course, I have deployed some of the AI models previously, right here. So you can click on new AI models. Right, and you can see there's a lot of the AI models that you can use. Right, so text recognition, invoice processing, and also more right here. Yeah. So you can see there's a note right here, custom model, or even some of these they will. I think this will be the pre-built one right there. Yeah. So if it's a custom model, they will label it as a custom model. Yeah. So for this demo, I will be going to use this extract all the text in photos and PDF document OCR. Yeah. So you can just quickly use it, right? And of course, if you are new to all this, you can have all the tutorials that you need. How do you get started with AI Builder object detections and other licensing information right here? Yeah. Okay, so let's go into this. Let's click on this. So read about this. So the text recognition pre-built model extract all text in photo and PDF document. Yeah. So it uses the optical character recognition to print out the handwritten text in images, or maybe a printed text as well. Right. So can see the example right here. Can just play around this. So this is just some examples, but I will load my examples in the Power App later on. Yeah. So you can see right now here. So you can view the documentation, of course, if you wanted to know more. And you can use this pre-built model. You can select this, use it in an app, or use it in a flow. Yeah. So for today, I will just show you how do you use it in an app. Right. So if you have this the Power App licensing, you can use this and follow me as well. So you can use this in an app. So it will load the Power Apps where it will build all this for you. So right now we'll just skip this. So as you can see right now directly, they already have this text recognition AI builder into your app. So you can resize them as accordingly. Maybe right here, just something like that. Okay, maybe like that. Okay, and you can see this is the interface for the Power Apps Studio, where you develop your Canvas app right here. Yeah. So so this is actually a text recognizer, the pre-built AI builder model. So let's say I'm currently directly play onto this. And right now I will just click on to create a new image. So as you can see, I have this demo picture right here. So it will be uploaded. Okay, and you can see these are all the text recognized right here. So you can see that 12 lines of text recognized, right? So it's pretty quick right here. So let's go back to here. That is quick. But right now, what I'm going to do is that I want to display some of the text that I recognize, right, to make sure that really display nicely. So you can retrieve it right there. All right. So what you can do is that go to this add component right here. You can just add a text label. Okay, so you can see this is up here, going down. Just place it somewhere on your app. Right, and after that you can just replace this with some text, okay, some kind of like formulas up there here. Okay, and then enter. Okay, so with this, actually when you play on the apps, you can see that wherever I click on this, then they will show you the text recognized from the image right here. Okay, this is the first step. That means whatever the images or PDF that you uploaded, they are able to recognize the text right there. Okay. So let's say if I want to have a retrieve a list of all text lines and the display to the user, right? So you can do this as well. So go to here, search for data table. So it's in preview. Okay, right down here. So maybe I'll just remove this, the earlier one. Okay, so you can move this downward. Okay, and maybe just resize them. Okay, so once you have selected this, so let's also, we will put in this text on the formula bar. Okay, so done. And after that, we will select the edit fields right here. So as you can see right now, there's this edit fields, and we'll say add fields, and we'll select the text right here. All right, so you can see something is happening right there. So right now, let's play that again. So you can see that all the recognized text should be displayed as a list right now. And of course, you can use this result in many possible ways, such as saving it on your Microsoft Dataverse environment or other database with the help of connectors. So once you extracted those text, you can just maybe export it to somewhere else that you want to use, right? So that's that's how easy you can get started with using the AI builder, especially the pre-built models, which is in this case the text recognition. Yeah. So any questions from all of you that is currently watching? Yeah. So that's basically, I just wanted to show you the AI builders and how you can use it in your Power Apps in just probably few minutes, right? And use some of the components in these Power Apps, right? So I think with that, that should be all from my side on this text recognition with the AI builder. I will pass it back to Japhlet for his session. Yeah, on the object detection, that will be another pretty interesting one. Yeah. So meanwhile, if you have any questions, just feel free to type onto the chat. I will be monitoring the chat as well. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you very much, Vincent. And while you were doing this, I was actually thinking of how cool AI Builder makes things for us. We literally had to do this in how many minutes? 10 minutes, maybe less, not up to probably. And we've been able to build a real solution that can be utilized to solve problems affecting the world. So something I would advise people currently on this live session is, while we are working on these demos, please start thinking of how you can apply them in the different things you do. And definitely we'd love to see some of the applications. It could be where you work, it could be maybe at school, a project you need to work on. Just utilize AI Builder and come up with something interesting. Thank you very much for showing us that again. Right. So let's get back to the slides, and I'll talk a little bit about object detection still in AI Builder. So just before we dive in, okay, sorry, just before we go over to object detection, I can see some questions in the chat. So I will just pass it over to Vincent to respond to them. The first question is from Suresh, and he's saying, how can we use access through the code for multiple pages? I'm not sure what that question, the real question is. I don't know if you understand it, Sir Vincent.
Yeah, maybe I might need more clarification from Suresh, and we'll try to address this. Perhaps I think Japhlet, let's continue with your session and let's try to address this Q&A at the end, right? Yeah.
Okay, great, great. Then we'll definitely come back to all of your questions. Yeah, so just keep them on, and we'll talk about them. So I'll bring the slides back up, and hopefully, Sir Vincent, you could help bring the slides back up. Yeah, so we'll still see your Power Apps screen. Hopefully we can, yes, thank you very much. So we want to talk about object detection, this time utilizing AI Builder. And just before we dive straight into the demo, let's talk about what object detection is and some of the scenarios that this object detection solution in AI Builder can be utilized for. Think of object detection as you being able to identify a specific object in an image. Now, a lot of times we might not know what exactly a specific object is, especially for those who are new to specific tools, specific technologies, or probably those seeing it for the first time. So object detection is there utilizing the power of artificial intelligence to help make this happen. It's easy for people to identify what a specific object is, and if possible, get to also understand more details about that object. For the object detection model in AI Builder, it's basically a model that you create that makes it really easy for you to own your own um, object detection model. You can impute your data, impute the different images, impute all of those things called data, and then use those data to make predictions. Now, for those of you who are new to artificial intelligence and machine learning, think of this in two parts. When building your machine learning models or models as this, you have two sections you have to divide your data into. First, you have the training data, and next, you have the testing data. The training data is more of teaching your model how to identify these specific items. So it's in the real world, it's more of teaching students, oh, this is what is X, this is this specific concept, and spending so much time to make sure that they understand what specific concepts are all about. Now, for the testing phase, it's more of you giving the students an exam or test. The goal is to see if they understand all of the concepts that you have taught them, and also at the same time to see if they can utilize it to solve problems in the real world. So that's the same way it works. A training data set is we teaching our solution, our model, how to identify the different data, and then for the testing phase, how to identify the different sections in the data. Don't worry, I'll show you how all of this works when utilizing object detection in AI Builder. Let's talk a little bit about how we can utilize object detection in AI Builder. There are lots of scenarios, and if you actually go online, you would see tons of scenarios that object detection can be utilized for. For example, in agriculture, it's very difficult a lot of times to identify, especially when you have a large piece of land, it's difficult to identify which crops are bad, crops that have some form of defect or another. But with object detection, it's possible to have a drone going around and in real time, while it's capturing pictures from the farm, you are able to identify which crop in the farm needs some help, which crops you need to apply. And it makes life easy in the real sense. It makes it really, really super easy for you to do that without having to go through all this stress. Now, the second scenario is sorting of packages. A lot of times when you have tons of items, it's a little bit difficult to identify how many of these items exist in this specific scenario, how many of these items exist, especially when you have multiple items or packages. With object detection, it's easy for you to identify how many of those objects exist in a particular place and be able to sort them by the specific name or the specific type of package. Don't worry, we'll see a little bit of a real case scenario of how we can use the package sorting in object detection. Now, for the last scenario, we have the medical imaging analysis. For doctors, a lot of times, I'm not a medical person, but I'll try to explain this as easy as possible. And for doctors, a lot of times they need to identify from a scan, for example, what specific problem a patient has or what the diagnosis from that specific scan is. Object detection can make it easy. A large object detection model that contains all of these data can make it easy to identify what the specific issue might be and much more easier for the doctors to give recommendations to the patients. The reason why we had to bring up these business scenarios and problems is so you can start thinking of how you can use object detection, start building solutions with object detection that solve real problems. There are definitely more problems you can think of. Probably you could also include that in the comment section and we'll let you know if these solutions can definitely be solved with object detection. Now, let's dive straight into our demo. For our demo, we'll be using object detection in Power Platform, Power Apps to build an application, Power Apps, which is a part of Power Platform, to build an application that can detect images in an object. And for our scenario, we are going to be using the package sorting. So this scenario helps makes it easy for us to identify what specific items are. Let's paint a scenario so we follow along and it's easy for us to understand. A lot of times for me, when I go to the shopping mall, it's very difficult to identify items. I probably don't know where the item is, and that's like a problem I get to face. For those who own these shopping malls, it's a little difficult for them to identify these specific items and have a count of the items. So how many X specific item, how many number of the package X exist in this shopping mall or in this section, how many of package Y exist in this section. And so utilizing object detection in Power Platform will try to help solve this problem. Don't forget what we're trying to do. We're trying to help people who have issues sorting out their items to actually be able to do so utilizing object detection in Microsoft Power Platform. Great. So at this point, let's dive straight in and see how we can make this happen. So I would open up a new browser tab, and in the new browser tab, I'm going to head over to either Power Apps or Power Automate. So apps.powerapps.com. And if you're used to Microsoft's Power Platform, this is what the Power Apps interface looks like. So I'm going to head over to more, and I would find AI models. Object detection and text recognition are both AI models, which are parts of AI Builder. So we're going to be utilizing this. We're going to create a new AI model. And if this is your first time of utilizing AI Builder, you can just head over here and activate your AI Builder subscription so you can test this out. I still have 30 days and 97% capacity left in my free trial. So let's head over and create our AI model. There are different scenarios that you can use AI Builder to solve real problems. For this specific scenario we have painted, we will be utilizing object detection. This makes it easy for us to detect objects. This is a scenario which we'll be using. I will head over to create our custom model. Creating our custom model gives us the ability to actually customize our solution, imputing our training data. Remember, the data that teaches the model how to identify these images, and then go on to test it utilizing the testing data. So first thing we're going to do is a little bit customize this entire solution. And I'm just going to head over here and change the name. I'm not sure what we should name it. Maybe I should name mine AI Skills Challenge Object Detection. That sounds like a very long name, but I mean, doesn't matter. Let's use AI Skills Challenge Object Detection. Great. And you can definitely rename your solution or your model to whatever you decide. You don't have to choose mine. These are the different type of model domains. This are basically categorizes objects that are the same together. You could decide to utilize objects on retail shelves, for example, or you could decide to utilize the brand logos to identify logos in images. So for example, you have a specific tweet or an image and you want to see if your logo is on that specific image, you could utilize we are doing. This is our scenario. We want to identify common objects. And I'm going to click on next. And in this section, it's the training phase. Don't forget what we said training data is all about. You teaching your model what these specific items are. So I already have a couple of items. I have 3 items. So I have green tea. That is the first category of item I have. And then the next category of item that I have is all of them are green teas. So I have green tea mint, I have green tea cinnamon. Hope I got the spelling correctly. Yes, I think I did. I will have green tea rose. So these are the items that we have and want to be able, we sell in our store, in our shopping mall, and want to identify how many of these we have. So what I'm going to do is, these are the 3 objects we'll be looking out for. I would add the images. Now I have loads of images, very clear images of these items. To train your data to be more intelligent, you're expected to have at least 15 images per object. at least 15 images per object. You might ask why. Let's go back to our scenario. Imagine that you teach the students for a very short period of time and you don't teach them for probably a couple of months. Would they be able to understand? I guess not. So we want to give as much data to this specific image of these specific images and objects, to make it easy for it to identify them. So I would head over and I already have them here. This is a training, so I'm going to upload all images that I have here and click on upload. There are 30 different items of this. Wait a little bit for all of these items to images to get uploaded. Hopefully they shouldn't take a lot of time. Let's see, 13, 15. And once they are uploaded, we'll head over to tag them. For you to make your solutions intelligent, you have to make use of the right tags. Remember, we already have 3 objects. 3 objects means we have 3 tags for these 30 images. This next section is probably a boring part, but you need to do it to ensure that your solution is intelligent. Don't forget, you are teaching your model to be intelligent. So let's dive straight in. And what we're going to do is identify these specific images, these specific objects in the images. So for this, let's draw a tag and let's bring this down here. Let's ensure our tag is in the right section. Not yet. Yes. Nope. So let's identify, since there are 2 separate images, just have to bring this here. Great. And this is green tea mint. And I'm going to do this for green tea cinnamon. I know it's a little bit boring doing this, but we just have to do it, else our solution will not be intelligent. And I mean, that's the goal. We want it to be intelligent. This is green tea cinnamon. We have 30 images that we will be utilizing this for. Don't forget to keep asking your questions in the comment section. We would be sure to respond to all of them. So I'll keep doing it for the next image and capture this for the next image. Green tea cinnamon, next image. This is green tea rose. Next image. The next image, the 5th, is green tea mint. We have to ensure that the tags are correct, because if they are not correct, then this is not a great solution, and we want it to be a great solution. So we literally have to go through this. Next, we need to identify, this is green tea cinnamon. No, that was the wrong one. Let's bring this here. Green tea mint. Yep. Next image. For our next image, we'll have 3 different items, and we're going to tag them one after the other. So for the first, we have green tea rose, we have green tea mint, and we have green tea cinnamon. Green tea rose, here we are. Oops, I lost that. oops, I lost that. Yep, got it. Green tea rose, green tea cinnamon, green tea mint. Yep, we got that. Green tea rose, save this. And if you notice here, you can see the number of tags that have been applied. So for green tea mint, we currently have 5 tags that have been applied. For green tea cinnamon, we have 6. For green tea rose, we have 5. We have to get that up to 15 each to make our model super, super intelligent. Let's see. Track this. Oops. Let's resize this. Yep. Oops, did I get that wrong? Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Green tea rose. Let's see which of them gets to 15 first. Doom, doom, doom. Oops. 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 Let's see. Yes, that's green tea rose. And we'll have 7 each. Don't worry, we have to do it. We really have to do it, else our specific solution would not be intelligent. So probably when you're doing yours, think of the reason why you're doing it. I guess that would help a whole lot. That would really, really, really help. Green tea cinnamon. Let's see. Green tea cinnamon. Hmm. So, oops, our next image is not coming up. Yes, it's up now. Green tea mint. And next is, oops, I think we missed that. Yes, green tea mint, green tea rose. This is green tea cinnamon. Yep. Green tea cinnamon. This is green tea rose. Let's see who gets to 15 first. Oops, sorry. Wrong. Green tea rose, green tea mint, cinnamon is almost there. Okay, so let's wait for the next image to pop up. And for our next image, we'll have green tea cinnamon, we have green tea mint, green tea rose. We're close, stay put, we're close, we're almost there. We'll get to 15 each soon. Don't worry, don't be tired. I'm not tired because I'm thinking of the specific goal. I'm thinking of what we're trying to accomplish, making our model intelligent. Green tea mint, go. Oops, I lost that. Yes, here it is. Oops, I lost that again. Let me try again. Yup, and I think I got that. Green tea mint. Great. Our tags are correct. Yup. Green tea rose, green tea mint, green tea cinnamon. Yeah, green tea cinnamon got to 15 first. Let's see who gets to 15 next. Green tea mint. Oh, green tea mint, move faster. Yes, we have another green tea mint here. Green tea rose. Okay, so both green tea mint and green tea rose are at 12, just 3 to go to get us to 15. Oops, green tea rose just went ahead. Let's see who's going to be second. Green tea rose. Oops, make this smaller. And green tea rose. Oops, green tea rose is already at 14. Oh. Green tea rose. So for those who are just joining, just in case you are confused what we're actually doing, what I'm actually doing, this is the part where you have to train your model. It's not boring for me because I'm thinking of the end goal. I want this entire model to be intelligent. So when you're doing yours, don't be sad. Don't feel like it's boring. You want to make your model intelligent. This is green tea rose. Oh, and already have green tea rose at 16. Waiting for green tea mint to get to 15. And then we'll go over to the next part. Let's see. Where are you? Here you are. One more. And we're good to go. Yes, we're done tagging. Well done, everybody. Thanks for staying put until we're done tagging all of these images. And now it's the time to train. Now, we need to give some time for our model to basically assimilate all that we have given it. We have trained it, we have taught it. Let's give it some time to think, to understand, to get it stuck in the brain, right? So while we're waiting for this to train, which will take a couple of moments, I think we can go through the comment section and see if there are any questions. I think this will be a great time while we wait for this model to train to actually respond to all of these questions. So I'll bring Vincent up and then respond to all of your questions while watching out for our model to train. Great. So I guess we can go back to the questions now. I can see one question from Peaky Blinders, which says, which plugin or power platform can we use for text recognition from image? I guess that's probably the question you're trying to ask. So I'll pass it over to you, Vincent.
Yeah, so for this, I think the which plugin or power platform being used text recognition from image. I'm not that clear for that question. Do you mean the Bing platform using text recognition from image? Maybe Picky Blinders, will you be able to clarify more on this? Do you mean for the Bing? Is it the image creator and stuff, the Open AI stuff, right? So maybe if you can ask ask that in the chat again. Yeah. All right. So for Suresh, I think earlier on I've answered as well. There's a need to create a document processing custom model for your use case for the multiple pages. Yeah. So I hope the document that I shared in the chat is helpful for you. Okay, and then I saw there's another questions for you, Japhlet by Suresh. So maybe you bring it up.
Yeah, sure. I'll bring that up. So, will we have any included objects in image? I'm not sure I totally understand the question, but what we did while trying to tag the different objects was we picked the specific section that would make it easier for us to detect it. So we didn't select the entire image when there was a single um, when there was a single object in the image. We didn't just tag the entire image because that was not our focus. Our focus was specifically on that object. So that was the reason why we had to ensure that the that line which we included is called a bounding box. So we needed to ensure that that bounding box, that line, was specifically at the point where we wanted it to be, and not just the entire image. I don't know if that answers your question, but I hope it really does. I can also see a next question from Peaky Blinders. Does e-commerce websites rely more on object detection? So for I'll try to respond to this as much as possible. So for e-commerce websites, they actually, to some extent, I think they use object detection to pair the different image, the different for example, there are some platforms where you have the AI model goes through the entire store and brings out a, a particular item or the specific item from the store. If there are stores that do that, if there are e-commerce sites that do that, then I think um, that they are utilizing object recognition. I don't know what you think about that question. Do you have any inputs, Sir Vincent? Um, can you still hear me, Sir Vincent?
Yeah, we still have one slide, right?
Okay, great. So for the last question, I can see here for Sureshi's responded for detecting objects which have occluded. Okay, so for the rest, just because of time, we didn't have to, work through all the other images that we had. So that was the reason why. But we needed a minimum amount of items that we needed to tag, and that was basically the goal, right? So let's see if there are any more questions in the chat section. I hope that answers your questions. If you'd like to create some more clarity on your questions, please let us know, and we would respond to them.
Yeah, let's show our final slides for these resources where if all of you are interested to learn more about these text recognitions and the object detection, so you can follow through the learning material right here. Yeah, so these are the two links right here, aka.ms/AI challenges, challenge dash text recognition, and also AI challenge dash object detection. Yeah. Okay, great. Thanks, Picky Blinders. that you get more insights on AI. Yeah. So hopefully, whoever that watching this later, you can leave us some feedback as well or comments in this video. All right. So any last word from
Cool.
you, Jason?
Yeah, so diving right in back to our demo, you can see that it has trained. Um, it's successfully trained. So what we are going to do is quickly open it up. If you notice from this section, you would see that when we open this up, we would see that come up the accuracy, and then we're going to publish this. It's not 100% accurate because we didn't tag the other items that we had. So when you do tag those items, you would have 100% accuracy, during at the end of the entire tagging period. I'm going to wait a couple of moments for this to be published, and then it is now. So we're going to head over and utilize this model in Power Apps. We're done with the very difficult part of tagging the items and training the data. This is going to save us, some time, and we won't have to do much. Right. So for this next part, we're going to open up for this next part, we're going to open up Power Apps. And over here in Power Apps, we want people to actually be able to utilize this solution that we have created. This is going to be the first we're going to see when we open it up. And if you can see, we're utilizing the AI skills challenge object detection model that we created for this specific experiment. Now, sorry about that. To be able to test this out, we're going to add a new screen, a new item, and this time it's going to be a data table. Data tables are still under preview, but data table actually gives us access to the different sections that we have created in our data set. And here we're going to utilize, for our data table, we're going to utilize the details gotten from our object detection solution. So object detector one, that is the name of the specific object detection model within Power Apps. So I'm going to, okay, yeah, here it is, object detector one dot, we're going to have grouped results because we want to be able to identify the entire results of, the specific model. So now you can see we have an add field section, and here we can see the object count and the tag name. We're going to add this, and when you go over to your Power Apps application, you can see these two sections. Let's quickly test this out. So when we use our testing data set, so let me go over to the test data, and let's see. So you notice in this section, it's actually making it easy. I guess you all can see my screen. Probably I guess this makes it easy. You can see that it's actually counting the items for us according to the different sections. Now, back to our scenario quickly. Don't forget what we're trying to do. We had a shopping mall, and people wanted to identify, those in the shopping mall wanted to identify how many items of XYZ are remaining, how many items of package X, how many items of what's the number of package Y, what's the number of package Z. All they need to do is come here, upload, and what it's going to do is actually identify, count how many of these is left, including the tag names and the object count, as you can see here. So it's making it really, really easy for us. It's making it easy for this object detection solution to be able to identify real objects within a specific image. Again, don't forget to think of scenarios where you can apply this object detection tool in AI Builder to solve real problems. That was our demo, and I hope this demo has shown us a whole lot, and made it easy for us to. We've learned a lot, especially when it comes to object detection. I can see one last question from the comment section, and I will just take some time to quickly respond to that question. So Sammy is saying, do you have AI detection algorithm also for video content? Yes, it's easy to do that with real-time solution, real-time images, but that will be done with Azure AI cognitive services. And within cognitive services, you also have object detection. But within Microsoft's Power Platform, you do not have an algorithm that works for video content. So you could check out the cognitive services algorithm, and you'll also be able to create something like that with it. Finally, don't forget to check out the resources again. They are already in the comment section, and they are currently being displayed on the screen. You would have access to these interesting modules and demos that we have worked on. And hopefully, you get to work on something cool and amazing, just as we have done. Any final thoughts from you, Sir Vincent?
Yeah, I think
Um,
that's a really cool demos that you have shown. So yeah, I hope that everyone's have learned something from this 1 hour session. Yeah, regarding the text recognition and also the object detection. Yeah. So with that, I think that should be all that we have, and we will see you in our next live show. Yeah. So
yeah,
connect with us on LinkedIn, and you'll get to know more about when we are doing some other content. Yeah.
great. From my end, do have an interesting part of your day. Don't forget to build real solutions. And if you're part of the Microsoft Learn AI Skills Challenge, don't forget to do more. You actually have the opportunity to submit your project before the 28th of this month. Don't forget to do that out, and submit all of these amazing things that you have in mind. Those amazing ideas, bring them to life utilizing these tools. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. See you.